So, last time. It's been a while. Does, does anyone remember?
We went shopping.
We went shopping.
Yeah.
We finished the mining, and we went shopping. Just talk about doing a quest for a special uh, throne for the castle. I believe Navaroth went and contacted Tom Nook to start working on the castle, and
Wait, what?
yes, you heard me.
We talking about the Tom Nook?
Yeah.
Like head of the Raccoon Mafia Tom Nook.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure I heard that right.
I mean, you need someone to build your shit, right?
It's true.
Better.
It does he loans out still? Like
I
he's
mean,
literally just
you'll definitely be in debt to him, yeah. But
all right. Yeah.
Don't worry, it's my castle. I'm the one that's going to be in debt to him.
all right. So, finished the mining job, came back to World Origin, went to spend some money and talk about what to do next. And that's where we are. Spending money and figuring out what to do next.
Figuring out what to do next. So, in the past, just to bring Solomon back up. Oh, by the way, hi Solomon. Welcome back to the
Hi.
team.
Sorry, life gets busy. I had to log off for quite a bit.
This is Navaroth. He's a turtle. Go ahead and describe yourself.
We've met
We've
before.
met.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right before I left, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's got this. He's got a. Are they? Is it one color, the sabers, or is it multicolor?
That's one color. I think
Okay.
I posted a picture in the Discord, say, in the game chat. Let's scroll up.
Yep, I see it. Very cool.
That's my fancy new saber.
All
Oh, it's the
Yeah.
same saber, just modified heavily.
Right. Uh, then there's Erie. Era, right?
I think, yes,
I don't believe we've met.
we have not. I'm pretty new to the party.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm pretty old to the party, but I haven't been around, so we're just gonna go ahead and treat me like I'm new to the party.
So we've had some adventures where we have found these guys. They were made of silver.
Oh boy.
We've defeated them, but um, we're kind of on a quest to go find where they're located. Their headquarters is located.
Hmm, okay.
So we're about to start that. We're just finishing up some uh, shopping. We were supposed to get some mounts or rideables. Were you able to finish them up, Cole?
Yeah, for the most
Okay.
part.
Cool, cool.
Yay.
I don't think I finished out writing the Tron bike, but I have the stats for it. So,
Okay, cool.
it's usable, but
100, so 18 from 30 is 12, so that's 120. 1200. Gonna make sure that the ship is fueled up. Uh, I want ice beam.
Okay. So, this would be the potentially the party's last chance to buy stuff at World Origin before you guys head off again.
Right.
Is there anything else you guys want?
How much do the bikes cost?
Um, let's see. Depending on which ones you guys want exactly, it's going to be a little different. There's going to be a little bit of variation. So let me know what you guys are thinking, and I'll give you an estimate.
Well, I want the Tron bike, so
Okay, a Tron bike will probably be about 4,000 credits.
okay. Now the other two wanted the Hell bike, right?
Right. You guys,
Devil's Ride.
you guys still want specifically the Devil's Ride?
Yeah, I guess I don't really have a point of reference, I guess. So that's fine with me.
Okay. So classic default, the Devil's Ride is going to be 5,000.
All right.
Okie doke.
Okay. So once we get into a situation where we use them, I'll give out the stats and explain how they're going to be used.
Okay.
But for right now, at least you three got bikes.
Yeah, where can I find these vehicles?
Um, stat wise, we're basically using the Descent into Avernus war machines.
Hmm.
So if you wanted to look at those, and then come
Uh-huh.
up with a flavor for one of them, I'll give you a price.
Ooh, can mine be a trike?
Sure, why not?
Some extra shell support.
Sure, why not?
Eh,
Hmm.
Or if you don't want a vehicle, you could also potentially buy a mount.
No, no living mounts.
I know living mounts.
Because then we have to take care of them. And who's going to take care of them? Me? Just because I have the handle animal? I don't think so.
I do want one eventually, but only when we're heading back to the castle. And then I'll
Yeah.
hire someone to take care of it.
Once we get the castle built up and have stables for them, sure. But not on the ship. Come on, guys. What are we gonna do with Tauntaun poop?
We could fling it at the enemies.
Bam.
So there you go.
Right at the enemies.
I mean, with the engineer missing, someone's got to come up with the ideas.
I don't even know.
All right, that's something we could work on for next week.
Something you can think about.
Are we gonna need it for this session?
Probably not.
Okay. So then yeah, we'll worry about it when the time comes. And if anything, I could just, hop on the back of someone else's and hold on to the waist, biker girlfriend style.
This is true. I think the bikes do have they have a crew requirement of one, but have a passengers of one as well. Meaning, 2 people can ride on it.
Hmm.
Maybe not the trike
Or maybe not the Tron bike.
or the Tron bike.
Yeah, the trike could hold 2 people. Why not?
You sure?
Yeah.
We'll just get a basket or something. Art in a basket. I can't think of anything more threatening.
There you go.
If anything, the trike might actually have an extra full-on seat in the back.
True. It's true. So, okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I need to buy a couple of TMs.
Okay. I mean, those should be easy enough.
Yeah.
Any last minute pulls from the deck of many?
No.
Say what?
Only
Look, all the bad cards are out.
only 1,000 credits.
Ah.
Nothing bad can happen to you.
This might be a quick time for me to come back and leave again.
I mean,
No.
the two instant deaths are gone.
Yeah, I took care of those.
Yeah, but that also doesn't include like the demon that comes to haunt you and a bunch of other bad stuff. So
Not terrible stuff.
I could. Wait, did someone get a castle? Is that why?
Yes.
Okay. Did someone get the 10,000 experience?
Yes.
Well, the 10,000, no. The 50,000, yeah.
I don't even think 10,000 is gonna do much for me here, but I think it comes with an ASI. But all right, no, stop trying to corrupt me here, Colin.
I mean, you
We
sure?
can move on. Yes.
Positive.
Final answer. And I do not want to speak about it again.
I mean, I can tell you which cards have been removed.
That's not gonna help anything though.
Yeah, so you know what you can still get.
No, I'm good.
He's a much better person than I was.
You have no idea how many times I've been through this already. So we're cutting it early on that one because I will get convinced after enough time has passed.
I mean, the wishes are
Brother.
still there.
What's still there?
The wishes are still there. A couple other good things are still there.
What am I gonna wish for? Huh? She's gonna bite me in the ass.
You don't know.
I kind of do.
Well, it depends on what you wish for.
True.
All right, silver guys, let's go before I cave.
See, between the two of you. Come on.
I have no self-control.
Only 13 cards left. You'll eventually get through it all.
All right, so I think I'm done. You just add up my bill.
I could have got sorcerer.
All right, I actually still have money left over. Look at that.
Ooh.
Enough for a pull and a draw.
Although I may be a bit under. No, we're good. We're good. We're good.
So I purchased the Tron bike, $4,000. And I purchased 4 TMs. Ice
Alright.
Beam, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, and Dark Pulse.
Okay.
So
Are we doing OG rules where the TM gets used up when you use it, or does it stay in your inventory forever?
Yeah, that is OGTM. It is one-time use.
yeah, which is a bummer. But it's fine. So,
So what was our last lead on these guys?
I mean, you guys have full-on coordinates in your ship that you managed to get a hold of.
Oh yeah, from that.
yes,
You guys want to check it out then?
yes.
All right.
Hmm.
Alright,
Let's
I'll
do it.
just put the deck of many things away.
Yes.
You do that. You do that.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Don't know where the hate's coming from. You got all the bad cards out.
Next time. Next time.
Okay. Alright. So fill me in on the plan.
Guns blazing?
We want to look.
Um.
We want to look for. We want to go and look for these silver guys.
So we can head towards the coordinates. Scout out around it, maybe.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
So yeah, let's just start off with you get to your ship with all your new goodies, and you punch in the coordinates and kick it.
While on the ship, Absol will be out with me.
Okay. Good to know. So as you punch in the coordinates and start to go, you do run into a issue. It seems, at the very least, uh, the the base coordinates you put in are restricted.
Restricted.
It's fishy. Restricted by who? By what?
Two good questions.
How can we find out?
Were we able to go anyway, or is it just blocking us from going at all?
Right now, there seems to be some sort of program in place attempting to prevent you from going, or at least prevent you from using your hyperdrive to go there.
Hmm.
So can we go to the sector next to it?
I'd say roll computers.
Okay. Do I get any bonuses from the droids?
Are they helping you?
Of course they are. They're it's a computer brain piloting the ship and an astrogation mech. So yeah.
Right, but are they helping you, or are you expecting them to give you pluses?
I'm actually expecting them to map out the coordinates and stuff like that.
I mean, they can do that, but there's still something restricting you from going.
All right, so I tell them, don't go to those coordinates. Go to those coordinates minus one sector before it, or plus one sector after it, or plus one sector to the left or right of it. Just get me close to it, and then maybe we can fly there straight.
Alright, roll a computers check. Whether it
Doesn't
be
it?
yours or the droid brains,
Right.
have one of your people make a computers check for me.
I'm still using the 5E sheet. Would that be technology?
Yes.
Okay.
Now does the astromech give advantage because he's helping the brain?
Okay, is he helping?
Yes, he's helping.
Okay, that's what I've been trying to ask, and you haven't been saying anything. So then,
I
yes.
told you yes. So it's +8. Roll a 22.
Okay. They're able to put it coordinates close enough.
Okay. So put in coordinates close enough. How much fuel did we use?
Um, it's a normal amount, like 3.
Okay. Okay. So how far away are we from there?
You get to an area that if you were to go, if you were to fly the ship at full speed but not hyper speed,
Mm-hmm.
you could get to the coordinates you wanted in about an hour,
Okay.
and that should theoretically bypass any restrictions because you're going there manually.
Right. So
However, as you do, you will notice a concerned look on Absol's face.
Oh. From their position outside, that that 1 hour, are we able to kind of scan, long range scan or anything?
Well, seeing as your ship flies pretty dang fast even without the hyperdrive,
Right.
there wouldn't be anything really nearby, even in long range scanners, because it'd be too far for long range scanners.
Okay.
But you can start making your way there.
Okay. We're gonna go half speed and try to be, I don't want to say stealthy, but careful, using any kind of planetary bodies to try to like conserve movement or covert movement kind of stuff.
Okay. Give me a piloting check for that.
Pilot. It could be a 17.
Okay. So one thing you notice as you instruct the ship to try to be as covert as possible, that the overall sector that you're in is actually in the fantasy section of the game world. So you're in between the fantasy realms of Chimera, and you're literally in between two of those realm spheres, going in
Okay.
traveling in between. But on the world map that you have, it seems the direction you're heading, where you think there should be a realm sphere that you're heading to, nothing
Hmm.
shows up on the map.
Okay.
And in this
That's
space,
Opie.
in between, there really isn't much in the way of celestial objects,
Okay.
but you can still proceed with caution just the same.
Right. So we'll proceed with caution, keeping the scanners going, and as soon as something comes up, I want to be notified.
Okay.
Whether it be a ship, a planetary, celestial body, or anything like that.
So
Are you
seeing
captain?
I yes and
basically,
no.
What's the command structure on this vessel looking like?
Well, we have 3 pit droids, an astromech droid. The ship has a computer brain, a droid brain,
Okay.
and we have an IG-11 assassin droid.
Okay. Well, that's.
And a gonk droid.
What
Yeah,
kind
oh,
of
sorry.
ship is this?
It's an IG series model 86 assassin droid. It's a firefighter class.
Okay.
So we all chipped in for it. So I mean, the other guys have been kind of deferring to my judgment.
I mean, Jax is
This
sort
is
of the Pokemon trainer. His job kind of entails him to take command sometimes.
is, I mean, I scrolled up. Is this literally just Serenity?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Where, did you see all the droids?
Yeah. I know this ship rather intimately, I think, so.
You do note, Solomon, that the med bay is in use, as there is a catatonic body that's just been chilling there.
Does it have
Oh,
blood in it?
whose body is it?
Yeah.
Shami.
Majame.
Oh, that's right.
Well, oh, you forgot me already. I'm so sad.
I forgot that we had her body. That's all. I didn't forget about her. I just forgot we had her body with us.
No, the other body is the one that disappeared too.
Yeah, one of them got thrown into a dungeon randomly, and the other one, their soul, got thrown into a dungeon randomly. Two very
Oh,
distinctly different things.
right. Seem kind of end, but
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Fun times.
The
So,
deck is much safer now.
so the astromech droid is actually L0KI K1 for Loki. The droid brain, the name of the ship is the Bifrost.
All right.
The actual droid brain is Hemdall. Heimdall.
Heimdall. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
And where are we going?
And its Bifrost is B1 capital FR0ST. Bifrost.
Where are we heading?
Like I said, we met up with these guys that were made of silver,
Right.
and we've taken a couple of them down. So now we're looking to find their command center.
Did they do something to you?
They attacked us.
It's a
The-
really weird kind of thing because we don't know what their motives are, but somehow they're able to like they're basically like NPCs that are aware that they are NPCs and they are specifically against players.
And they don't disappear when they die.
Yeah. At least their
What,
their leaders don't.
they sit there and hang around like the body remains?
Yes. We've taken the 3 that we've defeated, and we sold them
Okay.
to the necromancers.
Okay. And nobody questioned that decision?
Oh, it was highly questioned.
Okay. I would just want to make sure.
Although I will say, Solomon, I guess make an intelligence check.
Uh, 11 on the die. Intel, just straight
Yeah.
11.
Okay. You can't quite put your finger on it, but you vaguely remember something about NPCs being able to identify the difference between another NPC and a player before.
Sure.
You get a slight air of familiarity from what they're saying,
Sure.
but you can't quite locate it.
Okay. So are we tracking a lead? What's going on here?
What happened was we fought them, and they had a ship there. So I had our droids go over and pull out as much data as they could
Sure.
to find where these guys came from.
Yeah, we got some coordinates, but that's where we're at now. trying to get to this restricted area.
Right.
One thing that we do know about them is they have some kind of, I guess, parasitic thing to them, where they can like infect other NPCs to join their cause, or something. I don't know exactly how it works, but we had one NPC that was with us who was supposed to be a loyal like knight from one of our other players who's now in the medbay. God rest her soul. Um, but yeah, so it was a loyal knight NPC that was supposed to be loyal to her, and when these NPCs, silver NPCs, got to her, she did a complete 180 flip and started fighting against us.
So it's like corrupted game code or whatever.
Something like that, yeah.
So
You know, like she turned, she did turn silver, right?
Yes, she
Yeah.
did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it had something
spooky.
to do with the weapon that she picked up. Like we killed their leader, and she became like enthralled by the leader's sword. And when she picked up the sword, that's when the change happened.
Was there any effects on PCs, or was it solely just NPCs that have been, getting turned or whatever?
Just NPCs that we know of.
Okay. Because the concern would be something along the lines of like they can make your character do things.
Yeah.
All right. And what's so we're tracking them to the head that we got some information, a general whereabouts.
Yeah. Well, that's the idea.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. So, a bit of time passes. More specifically, about since you're going half speed, about an hour and 50 minutes before you start getting in range of sensing things. I guess in this case, long scale sensors would be having the ship or whoever's utilizing the ship to make a perception check.
Uh, whose job is that? What's my job?
Uh,
Looking for it. No, I'm the coordinator.
right. So, I guess I'll do it. My perception. So I rolled a 19 on the die. Plus my plus 12 is a 31.
Okay.
What do we see? You see everything.
Also, assuming you're still trying to proceed with caution, also give
We are.
me a stealth for the ship as well.
Oh, this would be a 12.
Okay.
I only have a plus 4 in it. I don't have a plus 12 in it.
Okay.
Perception, I've got a plus 12.
So, here's what you see. as you come into range, or as you approach your coordinate destination,
Hmm.
picking up from the long range scanners, you start picking up a plethora of different signals. A signature seems to originate from a space station, a couple from several large class ships. I guess technically they would be huge class ships, as well as a bunch of smaller signals, as if almost like you're rolling up to a blockade of sorts.
How many are huge class ships? Two?
Two.
And how many smaller ships?
In total, I would say of varying smaller sizes that produce unique identifying signals, probably
Hmm.
about 13 in total.
And they're about medium size.
Those other 13 are anywhere between, I guess, small and large.
Have they detected us yet? As soon as we get the ping off of them, we stop engines.
Were
It
we moving at impulse or warp?
We were moving off regular
half.
engine. We weren't at warp.
So we were like slingshotting using the gravity.
Well, no, we were still using, I guess you would say, impulse engines.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll
We
say
were
from
moving
the nearly 2 hours of using the engines instead
uh-huh.
of warping, it would be another two fuel.
Okay.
One other thing to note, and this is probably what catches you guys more off guard than the plethora of ships you're detecting, is there is in fact a enclosed realm behind them that again doesn't seem to be on the map, but it's giving off a really unique and strange signal that you can't identify. But it's big. You assume it's the realm, but it's off.
So it's like an enclosed realm sphere,
Yeah.
and it's giving off a unique signal.
It's giving off a very unique and strangely off putting signal.
Can we scan for life forms?
At this range, everything would be at like the very edge of your long range scanners.
Okay,
So
so we're not close.
you're not really close enough to scan inside the realm.
Okay.
You maybe with a high enough roll you could potentially scan the ships, but that might also potentially alert them to your location, which right now it does not seem like they have been alerted.
That's good.
All right, guys, what do you want to do?
So
I
Nav, you
don't know
still
we're coming.
wanna Leroy Jenkins us?
Oh, so you choose death.
I will say, due to how, at least my interpretation of how ship scanning works, you still aren't close enough to actually see any of this through like the window.
Right.
So
Right.
it would still be another 10 minutes of flying to get there. But
Right. No, I get that.
The engines are cut though, right? We're dead in the water.
right now,
Uh,
yeah. I mean, not like
Okay.
You can obviously restart them.
No, right, but
they're on, but we're just not moving anywhere. We're not moving forward.
so we didn't cut them. We're just at full stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just at full stop.
Okay. I mean, we can try and move it around a bit, try and survey more of it, see if there's an optimal place to sort of bring her in.
Yeah, I don't know.
We can see. Take a look. Sounds like a plan.
Navaroth, what do you think? Oh, he must be Jedi
I'm sorry.
meditating right now.
I'm sorry,
Oh.
my mic was muted. I didn't realize.
Ah.
Yeah, I advise caution. I'd say we could try to skirt around the border where we're out of range of their what do you call it? Their scanners, and just see what we can see.
Okay. So how
Is there a way?
go
We
ahead?
don't have an invisibility cloak, do we?
For the ship? No.
I'm pretty sure they
Is
do
there?
exist, but I don't think you guys have one.
We did not get that.
If I ritual cast invisibility, can I get the ship? I think that's a bit much, but what is a ship if not one great big creature?
Yeah.
Well, technically vehicles do count, and you are theoretically able to target other ships in ship combat with spells on your turns. I'll say it may strain you. It may require higher spell slots than base invisibility,
Sure.
but you might just be able to pull it off.
Try it.
Okay, what spell slots do you have available?
Right now, I have 1/5 level, 3/4 levels, 3/3, 3/2, and then invisibility. I believe it's a second level.
All right. Also, how long does invisibility last?
Concentration up to 1 hour.
Okay. So I'll say using a 4th level invisibility slot, you'll be able to affect the ship and everyone in the ship for an hour.
What do we all think of that? Is an hour enough time to sort of suss out what's going on over here?
Is an
Sure.
hour enough time to get to the realm sphere?
I mean, he said it's about 10 more minutes before we're in range to sort of scan better. So I'd assume if we get maybe another 20, 30 minutes, we could probably get up almost close to it.
Well, it would be 10 minutes to base 10 minutes at 10 minutes at half speed technically to get to the blockade and the edge of the realm sphere. Any more, and you could potentially get inside the realm sphere. So it would really only take 10 minutes to get there, and then if you were to go full speed, 5 minutes to get there, and probably the rest of the hour to take like a lap around the realm sphere. If you wanted to get like a perimeter check of everything.
I would have to ritual cast to get the whole ship, or can I do it at 4th level instantaneous, or as an action?
You'd be able to do it as an action. It just takes at least a 4th level spell.
Hypothetically, I could do it like twice.
Depending on how many 4th level spells you want to use. And if you want to use your 5th level spell
Right,
as well.
right. But that would also give us a brief period where we would turn visible before I can turn us invisible again.
So, yeah, let's do it. Let's do that.
All right.
Sounds
Everybody
good.
get ready. I'm gonna sort of take out my little guitar, play some notes, and then I'm just gonna touch the ground of the floor in the ship. I'm gonna go, "Ugh," and I'm gonna push the invisibility right into the ship. 4th level.
Okay. So although you are able to complete it as part of a single action, you do strain a fair bit. But the ship becomes invisible, and you seem to become invisible along with it.
Okay, hang on to that. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. I guess quick break. I am going to very quickly go grab something to drink then.
Okay.
Okay, I am back.
Right.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Hey. All right. Ship's invisible.
Okay, so let's go.
You proceed.
Proceed at half speed.
Okay, still at half speed, so getting there will take the 10 minutes instead of
Right.
any faster.
Right.
Okay. Make me a new stealth check, this time at advantage because you're invisible. And I guess theoretically, if Solomon happened to have a higher stealth, you could use his instead.
Pretty sure I do. I am a dex bard. Let me check. Stealth is +7.
I'm assuming that's higher than the ship's.
Yes.
So yeah, Solomon, make a dex check with advantage for the ship.
Dirty 20.
All right, that's pretty good. Better than 12.
It was.
So you're not 100% sure how well just an invisibility spell will, let's say, shield you from them doing a life sign scan like you plan to do. But at the very least, visually, you're invisible and you're pretty damn hard to see. So you approach, you take the 10 minutes, and now you're at the point where you are close enough to not only see through the window everything, but you're definitely within range to send and receive hails. First thing to note is this realm sphere immediately and instantly gives you guys an extremely bad feeling. Especially since, as you look at it, normally when you look at a realm sphere, they kind of resemble glass marbles. This one resembles more of an eyeball.
Ew.
Although what makes it worse is there seems to be huge tentacles just kind of busting out of this thing at different angles that seem to be made of large boxes and very slowly moving throughout space. You actually, as you approach, witness a new tendril shoot out of the sphere towards the space station that then seemingly fires two missiles that hit the tentacle and explode very brightly, very violently. Not destroying the tentacle, but redirecting it so it deflects harmlessly into an area where the ships aren't.
Interesting.
So they're actually breaking the barrier of the sphere?
They're more like shooting at the shit that's coming out of the barrier of the sphere.
Okay.
You still seem to be unnoticed. What would you like to do?
So wait, things that are leaving the sphere are getting hit by these tentacles, or things that are going near the sphere?
The things that are coming out of the sphere are the tentacles, and those are the things getting shot.
Okay. Do we see anything that maybe goes into it? Debris or anything?
From the explosion?
Yeah.
Not really.
It just sort of blasts off to the sides?
Yeah, it's almost as if the damage of the explosion didn't actually damage the tentacle. It just redirected its trajectory.
Okay.
In order to protect the space station and the ships from getting hit with said tentacle.
That's unsettling.
The concerned face that Alsol gave originally has grown tenfold.
I don't like it.
What would you guys like to do?
I don't know if I want to get closer anymore.
Yeah, I'm wondering who these guys are around the place.
Do
Yeah,
these
they-
the guys that are around the place, do they have any of the same markings as the silver guys' ships? Ship?
Make a perception check.
I forget, is this character good at perception?
I am.
Is. It's 19 for me.
19.
Yeah.
Okay.
23 for me.
23.
23.
We won't discuss mine.
Fair enough.
Do you know you're in space?
Just barely.
Okay.
Okay, so between Navaroth and Jax, not only can you see identifiable symbols of the silver guys on these ships, but you recognize some of the ship classes as some of the ones you've seen before. It seems this blockade and the space station are the silver guys, as you've been calling them.
Okay.
So they're trying to keep whatever these guys are at bay. Or these guys, that thing.
But what is it? Why? I have so many questions.
So they're trying to prevent anything from leaving, but that doesn't necessarily stop us from trying to go closer.
How close are you thinking?
How close
Close
can you go?
Got to be in it to win it. I mean, I don't know.
Just remember, we have one laser cannon. We get
I
to
am a
attack.
laser cannon, bro.
We get 2 shots with it, but we only have one laser cannon. So
And you just watched a space station basically send 2 nukes at this thing, and it do very little.
right. So I doubt that our 1d8 laser is going to do anything to this thing.
Good thing we're invisible. Maybe we get up to the base of it and see if we can, I don't know, blow it up.
See if there's an exhaust port.
Yeah.
It's
Takes a
only
single shot.
2 meters wide.
Bullseye womp rats in my T16 doing that. I mean, not an issue.
Okay, to be clear, are you saying this in reference to trying to find a exhaust port to the giant malignant realm sphere
Yes.
or the space station?
No, the realm sphere.
Where else? Space Station's
Okay.
doing its job.
We're gonna kick that planet's ass.
Technically a bit bigger than a
Well,
planet.
True.
can we hail the space station?
You
Do we
can.
want to hail? Do we want to know? Let them know that we're here.
I mean, they can't necessarily locate us if we hail them, can they? We're still invisible.
They might. We don't know what kind of
We can get
technology.
information. We can get information if they know anything else. I mean, they're nuking this thing. I mean, they probably have some information as to why they're doing that, at least. I'm just thinking of how we can get more information on this, aside from just, Leroy Jenkins and in there.
There'll be no Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, or we
I mean,
can,
we're in. Go ahead.
or we can go back out of the blockade and then hail them from a safe distance.
That's boring.
um, kind of lost. So we're still circling this thing, though, right?
At this point, that was the plan. So
Yeah.
Can we take
So
like
is this?
pictures of it?
I mean, yeah, you can take pictures. You have a camera somewhere.
We're gonna send the scanners into the realm sphere and try to do get whatever kind of data we can from it.
Does it look like it's more located on one side?
Of the realm
Like
sphere?
what's protruding and coming out? Does it look like it's coming out more so on one side than the other? Is it located to a specific quadrant?
Um, make a perception check.
Oh, Christ. Okay, that wasn't so bad. That is a 25.
No. It seems like the entire realm sphere is like this. Not just one part of it, the whole thing.
Huh.
There's one giant eye. Is it like a human eyeball? Is it like a Sauron eyeball? What kind
Think
of
of it like if realm spheres are similar to marbles
right?
in appearance, imagine this
So
one looks
it's like a
like
cat's eye marble.
yeah, it looks like a cat's eye marble, but with tumorous protuberances.
Coming out of the sphere itself?
Yeah. Nah, that would be even more disgusting if it was like, yeah, it's just a human eyeball, just really big.
Yeah.
It's still like a marble. It still kind of has a almost a glassy outer texture, but
Okay. What's the plan here, guys? What do we want to do with this info?
Are we getting any kind of data? Did the scanners go through it?
what do you want to look for specifically?
Uh, planetary bodies, life signs.
Okay, I think if just scanning is perception, looking for specific things would probably be investigation.
Okay. I got a +5. Who? Anybody better?
Nope.
Investigation?
Investigation's only a 4 for me.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it, but I'll give it a shot.
I got a 16.
Oh, well,
I mean, you'd be making a investigation on the ship's behalf. So if Raph you wanna or Navarro you wanna give advantage, you can do that.
well, I'm not proficient with it, so I wouldn't be able to. I just
Okay.
have to roll it basically. I did roll a 16 on the die, and I get a +2, so a total of 18.
Okay. We'll say because Navaroth rolled higher, he was the one utilizing the sensors to look for this information, and the information you're able to get back is the amount of celestial bodies within the realm sphere is indeterminate, and life signs aren't identifiable but are present.
Okay. And that's within the realm sphere.
Yeah.
Interesting. So there's life in that thing. Don't know what the fuck it is, but it's alive.
You would want to go in?
Oh,
I kind of do, and I kind of don't.
minutes in the boat. I kind of do.
I'll say
Does
it's
that
been
mean-
about 10 more minutes with all this investigation and percepting, so you have still 40 minutes left of invisibility.
All right, now are we away from the blockade and the space stations and shit?
I was under the impression that you guys were kind of doing a perimeter around the realm sphere. So this entire time while you were scanning, you were kind of like going around it clockwise.
Right.
So I'd say you're about 10 minutes away from the blockade now as you
So the blockade is
slowly
concentrated
rotate
in just
clockwise.
that one area.
Yeah, it
It's not
seems to
all the
be
way around?
concentrating in the area that the basically it's blockading the almost like the entrance to this area.
So are we able to get into it from where we are?
If you want to go into the realm sphere, you can certainly try.
I thought realm spheres were just we could go through them.
I mean, normally,
Yeah,
yeah.
but who knows what's in there?
Mm.
So are we going in, guys? Yay or nay? Sound off.
Leroy Jenkins?
I
Sure.
That's neither a yay or a nay.
You get what I mean.
Yeehaw.
All right, we will attempt to enter the realm sphere.
Okay.
Get ready. Get those backup characters ready, guys.
Just leveled this one up, man.
You can always rescan. Rescan.
Make a piloting check.
All right. Okay, so it's a 17 on the die plus 8 makes it a 25.
Okay.
This feels like Event Horizon.
Oh, don't say that.
One last thing before you initiate going in. Just to note, Absol is looking at you, Jax, with it's no longer a level of concern. It's a face that basically reads to you, yeah, we're all gonna fucking die.
All right, so we won't go in.
But no, it's fine. You proceed. I mean, again, Absol was kind of giving you like a, you sure about this look the entire time, but it's fine.
Everything's fine.
We go in, we take a look around, get the hell out. That's all we gotta do.
Come on, Morty. Quick, 20-minute adventure.
Okay, so you proceed
And-
to take the Bifrost into this realm sphere. And as you reach the outer wall of the sphere, it actually, a section of it actually seems to open up for you. And I don't know if you take that as a good sign or a bad sign, but you go right in.
See, we can go right in. Getting out is the hard part.
We all gonna die.
Oh, yeah.
From within inside the realm sphere, it seems the normal construction of a D&D style fantasy realm is You can kind of think of it like a bunch of other smaller marbles all floating within one big marble that represents all the different planes of existence within a D&D realm.
Okay.
There's none of that here. It's just one big blob. One big blob of different intersecting energies, almost as if whatever is inside this realm, every aspect of every other plane of this realm, has all been smushed into one. Do you proceed?
What kind of scans do we get?
Now from within.
Yes.
Okay, what are you looking for specifically again?
Same thing. Life signs and celestial bodies.
Go for another investigation.
$22.
Okay. 22. Your scan results in terms of celestial bodies. Let me just make sure I get this correct. Okay. So the number of celestial bodies flickers between 1 and 16. The information you get literally gives you two answers at the same time, being 1 and 16.
Okay. It's either 1 or 16, not in between.
Correct. It keeps basically putting the 6 at the end of the 1 just randomly as it's seemingly trying to determine what it's actually picking up. Is it one big entity or is it 16 just really close to each other? 1 or 16, 1 or 16, 1 or 16.
Okay.
In terms of life signs, you get a life signs present and then a list of basically every creature type that you can come up with. Everything's present, and then it flickers to there are no life signs. Back to there is a little bit of everything to there is absolutely nothing. Back and forth. Like the sensors are constantly picking up two different results and can't decide which one is correct.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Well, that's not helpful at all.
Oh, yeah, I concur. Run.
So you turn around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the AC of the ship?
1,212.
I think I feel like I should put on a spacesuit or something.
13.
What was that? 13?
Yes.
Okay. Can you also make piloting check.
Uh, 21.
Okay. So, as you go to turn the ship around and start to leave, uh, you notice from the mass, from the center mass, comes three of these smaller tentacles that seem to be of the same consistency of the outside ones, and they come flying at the ship at Mach speed, but you being able to quickly avoid those and get the fuck out of there.
Okay.
You do manage to get out of the realm sphere as you weren't very deep. Your invisibility is still up because you weren't hit. Nor have you done anything to break your invisibility. So, you're outside and a bit of a ways off from the blockade. What would you like to do?
We're going to go back towards where we came from, near the blockade.
Okay. Another 10 minutes. About 30 minutes left with invisibility. Or actually, we'll say from your little dip inside, it would actually be more 25 minutes left invisibility.
Uh, what do you want to do, guys? You want to hail these guys or what?
Given our history with them, I don't know if we hail them if they'll be friendly.
True.
So let's hail from the outside. So I don't know if we can jump here, but maybe if we on the other side, we start shooting.
I mean,
we
if
can
we're
run.
still invisible, we don't know if they can pinpoint our location based solely off of hail. Because it's not like we have a cloaking shield, up where normally you can't even hail through that. We're just like straight up invisible. I mean, so we hail them and it goes bad. We have to hightail it out of here. If we hail them, it goes okay. We get some more information.
Yes.
What do you guys want to do?
All right. Well, if we hail them, what are we gonna ask them? What are we gonna say?
You
Hey,
can
what's
Going on over there?
yes.
right?
Try to get some more info.
What the hell you doing over there?
All right. I mean, we don't really have any other options, so I guess.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Because it's but the other thing is it seems like they're doing what they can to sort of combat this already.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we could find out if they've actually been inside and on the ground.
We don't even know who these guys are.
Right. So
Tell the truth.
It
why
might not
not
even be
just
the silver guys. Sorry.
establish some diplomatic relations?
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll get halfway back towards the middle of the blockade. So if they attack, maybe not everything will attack us. We'll be at the halfway mark of the in between the blockade, and have the engines getting ready to bust the fuck out if we need to,
Okay.
and then we will hail them.
Okay. I hail them. What do you say?
Go ahead, face man. This is your time to charm.
Oh boy. Um, we're the Bifrost.
Yes.
I say, this is Solomon Gates of the Bifrost. Please respond.
Okay. A moment goes by, and eventually, you get a response back that more or less shows up as the equivalent of a text instead of like a speech.
Face. Sure.
And it says, surprised to see the Bifrost here. Why don't you come dock at the space station? And it gives a docking port. And we can discuss what you're seeing here. I'm sure you want answers.
Oh, look. I'll respond with a voice hail again. Say, this is Solomon Gates of the Bifrost. I need to know who I'm speaking with.
You get a reply saying, your name is unfamiliar, but I believe those I know are still on your ship.
Oh, is this what's her face?
Never speak the name.
To clarify, what's her face is?
The knight we were talking to you about. I forget her name.
Oh, rogue NPC.
Yeah.
I can't really insight check through text. It's one of the downfalls of that medium. I'll answer back. I'll say, this is Solomon Gates of the Bifrost requesting visual communication. I need to know who I'm speaking with, and I'd prefer to do so face to face before we dock. I'll try and persuade.
Okay.
That's a 24.
24. Pretty good. Pretty good.
I mean, I have a plus 12, so pretty medium.
Okay. So a moment replies, and you do get a reply in text. It says, I'm sure you won't believe this, but the technology we have available actually doesn't allow video call.
Scan that shit. Scan that fucking center. Scan that space station.
But I understand you want proof. If we wanted to destroy you, we could have just done it. You want answers? We can chat.
All right, party
Dash the
members.
swordsman.
The swordsman.
Yeah, the swordsman.
Do you guys know a swordsman?
Yep, we sure do.
Is that a good yep we sure do or a bad yep we sure do?
Yep, it sure is.
Does that mean it's her?
Yep, that's her.
Yeah.
That's who.
Now, hear me out. Hear me out. I got some spells, because I do that. Do we think that some kind of restoration perchance could cure whatever's going on if she is still all wackadoo?
We have no idea.
Oh,
Ah.
Hmm.
because I could attempt the same thing now. I didn't have it back then, but
Mm-hmm. Okay. But how we all feeling about going into what is most likely a trap?
It's a trap.
I mean, we literally just went into a sphere of doom.
yeah.
The sphere of gloom. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're still here.
Fine.
Okay. Do we want to do this like landing party style where
Yeah,
we leave someone back on the ship or
No, that's what the droids are for. That's what the assassin
Okay.
droids are for. And plus, I've got a. They will be able to enter the ship because I've got it arcane locked on it.
Oh nice, okay.
I got the magical.
Alright, well, if you guys are down to clown, let's try and do this.
Yep. Let's.
What is her name?
Might as well.
The
Sure.
swordsman.
Rebecca. What's her name?
No, that's Zay. It's Shola.
Alexander.
Shola. That's right. All right, let's go. Follow the coordinates. Oh,
Okay. Anything else? Are you dropping invisibility so you don't land invisibly, or
Guys, I need to go AFK for a little bit. I'll be back.
okay.
Hey.
is there a plan?
Plan is to go speak with her.
No need to wait for me.
Yeah, I guess the plan is to go speak with her.
Okay.
Did she kill a party member?
So this is what happened. There was this guy called the Swordsman.
Mhm.
We fought him with the Purple King. Shola, I believe Shola pushed him over the edge into a pit
Oh.
and went after him, grabbed his sword, and became the Swordsman.
Oh. Well,
That's rough.
So, that's how we lost Shola. She became the Swordsman.
Gotcha.
alright.
Is that why she lost her soul?
Mushami? No.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mushami pulled from the deck of many things.
Okay, okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one with that problem.
No. Your your doppelganger died of that as well.
Oh, no, no, yeah, yeah. That account has been deleted.
So I will say, okay, drop the invisibility as we're on approach into the docking bay.
Okay. So, as you approach, you uncloak. There is no immediate change. No one takes a shot at you. No, nothing crazy happens. And as you go to dock in the port, the designated port, you do see blast shields open to let you in. You land. Blast shields close, as you know they normally do, and currently no one inside the docking bay. You're just you, your ship, and your thoughts for this second.
Okay.
Anything you want to do.
Hmm.
What do you think, guys?
Uh,
So this is a whole ass space station,
Yeah.
and somehow this swordsman is high enough up in the chain on this space station to be directing people where to dock and whatnot.
Apparently. How does Absol feel about this place?
Um, Less concerned than going into the realm sphere.
Okay.
But still overall concerned.
Okay.
Okay.
Time to go try out some of these new moves you got there, Absol.
That makes him a little bit more concerned.
let's play it by ear. Let's see how this conversation goes.
Yeah, that's probably a good one. We'll just wing it for now.
Okay. That's always good to hear whenever the party says, we're just going to wing it.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we
DM's favorite
do we get
words.
a benefit for having a plan? I mean, come on.
Normally, yes, but I mean, okay.
What we're going to do is we are going to be as non-combative and non-aggressive as possible. And we will
But no preemptive spells, no, re upping of like mage armor or.
not yet. I could do that as an action. It's okay. But you know what? I will hit battle precog. Turn that on.
There you go. That's something.
I'll just bring my yo-yo. All good.
Okay. So with that, I guess you leave the ship.
Actually, before we do that, let's wait till Raph gets back. Because he may have some stuff that he wants to do.
Okay.
Also, just an FYI, My passive perception is at 23 now.
Damn.
Okay.
Yep.
Good to know.
I know this is probably not a good time, but I actually have known guidance this whole time. So, in the future,
Hey.
when we're making skill checks, we're gonna go ahead and remember that.
Cole, am I still hastened?
um,
Oh no, the cat!
let's find out.
What happened to the cat?
How did you do that?
So, you actually finally start to feel the effects of the hasten wear off.
Okay. So that means I'm not hastened?
Correct.
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to do my boons before we started. Can I spend the Electrum now?
No.
No? Damn.
Wrong game.
Just hoping to sizzle a little bit.
I mean, imagine what you guys could have done if you had 3 wishes.
Yeah.
No, because all that shit'll backfire, man. Come on.
You don't know. It's all about how you word it.
Right, and then I have to spend half the session writing out what I think is ironclad, only for you to like misinterpret a single word.
Well, it depends on what you wish for.
Just don't go too crazy with it.
It literally can't backfire if you use it for any one of its main purposes. Like
So I
copying
guess
a lower level spell. I can't make that backfire.
so. I guess prior to getting off the ship, I'll take another use of that Coca-Cola.
A
You
Coca-Cola?
I found a 6-pack of Coca-Cola.
Okay. What does it
And,
do?
well, it gave me hasten for quite a long time.
Oh, shit.
Days and days.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So I'll
okay?
take the 6 dose of that, Cole.
So here's what happens. Instead of being hastened this time,
Yeah.
all of your attributes get a you get a +4 to all of your attributes, which translates to a +2 to actual modifiers to everything.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Dang.
That and your base speed is increased by 10.
Okay.
Okay. This must be the original formula Coca-Cola. Ones with the cocaine still in it.
Right?
And you also get an extra 20 HP.
What?
Is that temp? Is that max? Is what?
That's max.
So my max?
Where did you find this Coca-Cola?
Deck of many.
Jesus. Can I wish for some?
If you had wishes. If only you
I
drew a
wish for
card.
the whole brewery.
If only you drew a card.
I'm back, guys. Sorry about that.
Hey, cat okay?
You good?
Yeah, he's good. He's on my lap now. He's diabetic, so he was having a sugar crash. So he was, when that happens, he gets a little loopy and like he loses vision a little bit. So he like sniffs around to like try and find his environment. So he just sniffed his way in there and got stuck.
I've been there, Mr. Cat. I've been there.
But he's fine now. He's hanging out with me.
All right.
All right.
All right. Well, we're going in. Is there anything you want to do before we go to the conference? This meetup.
Okay, so what did I miss?
We pretty much were just getting ready. Tom chugged a bunch of Coke, which made him into Superman.
Bad stuff.
And now we're gonna go speak with the swordsman. So do we have like one of those slow ramps that just sort of like comes down, or does it just like boom?
You have one of the slow ramps.
Okay, cool. That was a good one. It adds to the ambiance. It adds to the whole thing.
It does. It does.
But we're alone in the hangar, you said, right?
For right now, yes.
Right.
Never
What do we
if-
see? It's
at
just
this point, if there is anything you want to potentially do preemptively, now would be the time.
Yeah, I guess I'll set myself on lightning.
Okay.
hardcore.
How long does that last?
10 minutes.
Okay.
What kind of objects are in this hangar? Are there like crates and boxes?
Yeah, there are a couple barrels towards the side, a couple crates here and there. Nothing too busy. Nothing too extreme. Although after about a minute, the door to the hangar does open, and coming from the hangar, you do see the silvered Shola, sword in hand, but at the waist, not pointing at anyone, not in any violent manner.
Sword in hand at the waist.
Accompanied
So it's not-
by about 10 or so also silvered guards
Oh shit!
who have weapons, but they aren't drawn
Okay.
and seem to be otherwise at ease. No immediate threatening stances or actions.
Right.
So we meet again.
So it would seem. I'm sure you are all very curious as to what the fuck.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
I mean, yeah. So if you wouldn't mind, we can probably talk someplace a bit more comfortable than the hangar. I can show you a more detailed look into what's happening. It's
Well,
up to you, though.
Yeah,
Sounds good to me.
the thing is, how do we know that we can trust you and you're not just going to try and kill us based on our previous history with each other?
Well, like I said in the little conversation we had before you landed, this is like it, you know, like this is everything I have. So if we wanted you dead, we could have just done that. Like, you just kind of walked into our base, right? So sure, we've had a checkered past at best. you've now seen the true threat. And I'm hoping that maybe if I, put my cards on the table, give you an explanation, we won't need to kill you. Because maybe you'll actually, I don't know, want to help us. That'd be crazy.
I'll step up and I'll say that sounds like a fair point. And I'll walk over and I'll actually hold my hand out to handshake and I'll say, "I'm Solomon, by the way."
Okay. She actually will shake your hand and go,
When she shakes my hand, I'm going to cast Identify.
on her?
Yup.
I don't think that's how identify works.
Says choose one object. If you boo boo boo. If you instead touch a creature through the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Okay. What spells, if any?
Hmm.
Okay. So as she goes to shake your hand and respond, you get that moment of arcane clarity. There don't appear to be any spells affecting her. But I will say, given the slight nature of the spell, there is a secondary presence within her.
Ah, so she's possessed.
It's some sort of possession or something. Obviously I don't say this out loud, but I just sort of get that sort of ping in my brain when I shake the hand, and I just give her a smile.
As she shakes your hand, she says, "We haven't quite met. Although I will say you do apparently travel with some fairly capable branded ones yourself, so I assume you are of that level."
Said, "Oh, but I've heard of you. Your reputation quite precedes you. As you can imagine, they're quite on edge."
I would imagine.
They
Although
put enough of it.
I can't
Let's
help but notice someone specific not being here.
Yeah, she died because you weren't there to protect her.
Damn.
Ooh.
That's some cold shit. I would vicious mockery that shit, but it wasn't me that said it.
Well, I guess that is one problem out of the way. Okay.
Oh,
Alright, she's
wow.
equally cold.
Wow.
That's all bitchy.
So again, if you'd like to accompany me to a much more comfier conference room, I don't want to make you guys feel any more uncomfortable than you already do, but I feel like some seats, maybe some beverages might go a long way.
Well, we've got all that on our ship. Maybe you can come aboard.
I mean, I get the notion, but I have some visual aids in the conference room that I think might benefit both of us. But if you insist, we can make it work.
Yeah, I think we insist.
Okay. Fine. May I?
I'll sort of move to the side and, extend the arm to let her pass by.
Okay. You do know that the other guard at a company, they don't follow her, but they do kind of take positions by the door and kind of spread out a little bit. But they stayed towards the walls, away from you guys, and just seemingly to potentially stop you if you were to just try to run past them. But still no weapons out, no aggressive demeanor. And she
How does
walks
arcane
aboard the
lock work?
Bifrost.
How does the arcane lock work? Do we have to shut that off to let her go through?
Yeah, I got
I
a
assume
boop.
you didn't beep because he kind of just walked out.
Yeah, I haven't beeped it yet, so it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay.
So she walks on
Do
board,
we have
kind
do
of
we
waits for
have a
you.
conference room?
We have a kitchen area with a table around it.
Okay. Could make do.
Yeah. We go up to the kitchen area with the table, the chairs. Offer her something to drink. Throw some popcorn or snacks on the table.
Okay. Since she was planning to offer those to you, she doesn't actually partake, but pleasantries are noted and appreciated.
And we sit around and go, all right, what are we seeing?
Okay. So, what you've just stumbled upon happens to be the reason why I'm here. To attempt to make a long story short, I am what is in essence one of the what's the word? One of the precautions in place to keep foreign entities outside of the closed environment that is this multiverse existence. And what you are currently seeing is what I can only describe as some type of virus, disease, a glitch in the matrix, if you will.
Okay.
So, are you part of the system then? As one of these precautions in place?
In a way, yes.
How many of them are there? Of you? Are there?
Precautions?
Yes.
Well, the exact number of current, what you say, NPCs that are fighting for this cause are well over the tens of thousands right now. But in terms of specific precautions, you can say that we are the one and only precaution. Especially seeing as how the old gods don't appear to be around anymore.
The old gods?
Yeah, you know, the ones who created this place.
What are you guys? What are you, your silvered men? What are they? Why don't they disappear when they get when they're killed?
So the silver specifically is actually a product of this, and she gestures to the sword. This sword, what it does is it in itself has an entity that was closely created by an old god. That whenever an NPC is slain with this item, their soul, quote unquote, is taken and brought to a new form. And that's what the silver is that you see, is the embodiment of the soul of that NPC. The reason why they don't disappear like normal is because, in a way, they're already dead. So their body's already disappeared. So all that's left is the physical embodiment. But it's really just a tool.
So this virus, we saw you sort of redirect it. I'm going out on a limb and assuming it's spreading or it's attempting to spread.
From what we can tell, it's attempting to move and destroy what's around. It has taken all of that realm that it's in as its own embodiment and is now attempting to inch its way forward to the next. And we are simply trying to. I don't think we can stop it, but we can certainly slow it down.
Did it originate on that realm?
From what we can tell, yes.
Do we know what caused it?
Some non native entity.
Do we know anything about what's going on in the realm itself? Like what condition it's in now that this thing has taken over it?
From what our scouts have been able to provide us, it is chaotic at best.
Yes, that's what we've seen so far. Yes, we agree.
Right.
Have
Okay.
you entered the sphere?
Personally, no. But we do have a forward base within the realm itself that actually the item I procured in our first meeting is currently being used to protect and fortify.
The artifact you were after?
Yes.
Which was what?
I've gone to calling it the monster jar.
Monster jar.
Although I'm sure it has some more technical, fluffy name somewhere in the ancient texts.
What does it do?
Well, it's a large clay pot that constantly summons monsters of different strength out and around it.
Okay.
Pretty helpful
Now you-
to put in an area of pure chaos and hostility.
You said that we might be able to help. How can we help?
Well, there are a couple ways, honestly. One, you can simply not interfere with our operations anymore. That would be great.
Okay.
Or you could potentially try to help us find those similar artifacts. I believe if we find a certain amount of them or certain kinds of them, we might be able to put together a weapon strong enough to defeat this thing. Although
The
me
weather
being
light.
me being split here and trying to find them, progress is slow.
You have a list of these items and their general locations?
I have a couple rumors.
Okay.
But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. What were your intentions for coming here?
Learn more about you and your ilk.
Yeah, because as far as we knew, you guys were just going around the universe or whatever, fucking shit up. You know, no context, no conversation, just you were after something and you killed anything in your way.
Correct.
Goddamn bored.
Well, I mean, usually that's the easiest way to go about it.
I mean, you could try being like, hey, we need this to stop a world-ending evil. Can you give it to us? I mean, if you did that with us, we would have been like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead. We don't, whatever you need.
Absolutely, but no.
Right, but you have to take it from my perspective. From with the knowledge of several NPCs, as you call them, who have lived in this world, your kind don't always tend to be the nicest. You say, we go around fucking shit up without saying a word. But do you know how many of your kind do the exact same?
Okay, but in our defense, we literally told you, if you tell us what you're looking for, we could probably help you. And you chose to fight
Fight
us.
us. Absolutely.
Again, from my perspective, although you did say that, you were also mid fight a fellow one of my kind who we could have potentially used for seemingly no reason.
Protect us first, so we were
Wait,
defending ourselves.
Well, I
when
wasn't
you
there for
say,
that.
now hold on, when you say your kind, do you mean an NPC or one of these precautionary measures thingies?
What you say in NPC?
Okay. I mean, yeah, we were fighting that guy, and we had good reason to fight him. We didn't have a good reason to fight you, which is why we were trying to talk to you at first. But, you know, you chose violence. I just want you to remember that. You chose violence, not us.
Okay. Well, trying to be the mediator here, because from what I've heard, there's a lot of things going around, but what can we do to move forward? Clearly, I don't think any of us want this virus to continue growing. And I'll sort of look at both of them, sort of like nodding for confirmation.
Absolutely.
I'll say, I think we need to move forward together. Now, you say our two options are to either back out and just let this go and trust that you can handle it, but I don't believe anybody here is comfortable with that notion. Or we can move forward and we can try and help you recover these artifacts, which I believe could be mutually beneficial to both parties here at the table. And I'll slap the table for emphasis.
And honestly, that would be something that if we could work towards, that'd be fantastic. Because I could use all the help I can get in dealing with this.
What about others of your kind? Other precautions?
Again, you might not have heard me when I said the one and only precaution.
Okay.
Is it safe to assume that you share a hive mind of sorts? Like there's others like you, but from what you're saying, it sounds like you're one and the same.
Not really a hive mind.
Okay.
More like whenever the precaution kicks in, we all have the same drive and the same goal, but we're not at odds with each other's individuality. We're still us.
You guys sort of act as the antibodies to this antigen.
Yeah, it's a pretty good analogy to it.
Whereas where there's a virus or a bacteria within the body that pops up, the antibodies sort of form up to try and stop that.
Yeah, it's a good way to think about it.
Okay, so give us these rumors that you have about these artifacts and let us go and find them for you.
Okay.
Well, that was easy.
This is going to be the first step towards a mutual trust between us.
Yeah, sure.
So, from what my scouts have gathered, we believe an artifact that could greatly help us is at this location, and she gives you coordinates. Now, what the artifact is, we aren't sure, or where to specifically find it is hard to tell, but we believe we've tracked the signature of the old gods to a cave system on the base of a mountain near these coordinates.
Do you know what it does?
No.
So you don't know what it is, you don't know what it does, but you know you need it.
How would I know what it does if I don't know what it is?
Will we know it when we see it, or we just have to guess?
You'll probably know it when you see it, assuming this specific artifact has been undisturbed throughout the years it's been there. It's probably pretty obvious which is which.
You have a way of tracking the signal?
Well, these artifacts tend to give off a large amount of arcane what's the word?
Energy?
Energy, aura. They're pretty identifiably unique in terms of
So
other magic within the world.
is the sword an artifact itself?
Yes.
Yes, but to be honest, this one specifically is more of a minor one. The one we've tracked, we believe, might be a major artifact. Something directly
But
used by the old gods themselves.
but
Where
they would
this.
give off similar
Yeah.
signatures, no?
Yeah.
How are you tracking
Would
the signatures?
Simple detect magic.
Got it. So take all the things that are magical, and we'll sort it out later.
I mean, isn't that sort of the mantra of your people anyway?
It seems what you guys seem to do, so why break what isn't broken? Or something.
would I be able to I'll ask her. Would I be able to do an Arcana check to try and feel out the signature that this artifact is giving off,
Do
so
you
that
have
I'll know
do you have the
when I
spell
sense it
detect
again?
magic?
Not prepared. Come on, man.
Of
But I
course
could
you
do an
don't.
Arcana check, and doing the Arcana check as a full caster will give me some sort of signature on it or how it feels.
Yeah, sure. Make a roll.
All right. Oh, 12.
Don't forget to use guidance.
I'll use guidance. 16.
Hey,
Okay. So, with your experience and your abilities, you sort of know a magic item when you see it.
Right.
And looking at her sword, yeah, that motherfucker's magical. Probably very highly powerful magical. But you don't have a detect magic to tell you any more.
But since it is a unique artifact, does it feel like any kind of different kind of magic?
It feels. How many magic items does the party have?
a lot.
Way too many.
Well,
I don't.
despite that, her sword being a minor artifact in this situation is the most powerful thing in this room, and
Mm.
probably the most powerful thing in this hangar.
More powerful than the Coca-Cola?
More powerful than the Coca Cola because the Coca Cola doesn't give off any magical radiation, energy, or aura.
My yo-yo is
Okay.
sad.
Well, I got some sort of feeling off of it. I think that'll be enough to go.
All right.
Okay.
Is that the only one that you had a rumor on?
That is the only information I'd be willing to give you at this point.
Okay.
If we recover this, trust between us will be more solid.
It'll certainly start taking steps in the growth direction.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I don't know if it matters to you or not, but the necromancers have 3 of your silvered guys, and they're trying to raise them back up. Just letting you know.
Yeah, I'm aware of the. I'm aware of those branded ones. They seem problematic.
Huh. Okay. I think with that, we know what we have to do, so we can sort of bid her adieu and start moving on to the first artifact.
I guess so.
Okay.
Well, good luck with that thing out there. We'll be back.
I hope you do. Good luck. Maybe for the time being, don't say anything about this.
Who would believe us?
Fair point.
She kind of gives her shrugs and proceeds to walk off the ship.
When she's gone, I'll let the party know about the other presence I sensed when I identified on her. About how it feels like there's something else. I'm not sure it completely tracks with the whole antibody narrative where something else sort of pops up as a defense mechanism.
And I guess it makes sense.
Kind of, I guess. But I mean, to me, antibodies like that aren't like sentient in the way that she is. I don't know. Maybe it's some AI bullshit trickery type of thing, but it feels like there's something else going on.
Okay. So, in the looking at the coordinates and looking at the maps, where are the coordinates taking us?
The coordinates seem to point to one of many realms within Chimera that you have not actually visited yet.
Is it a cool one?
There's only one way to find out.
All right. So we will have Heimdall set the coordinates. Have Loki help him, and we'll fade to black.
Sounds good.
Cool.
As that's where we will call it for the night.
Sorry about that.
So good job to you guys for not starting combat. Because that would not have been good.
Yeah, we were a little outmatched.
Just a little bit.
Nah, we got that.
We have some self-preservation. Not a lot, but some.
Also coming from the same people who are like, oh, big malignant eyeball creature thing the size of an actual realm. Let's just go into it.
Dive right in.
Let's just dive right
Yeah.
in. This is fine.
We popped in, took a look around, and then we popped the hell back out. That's all.
Realize you had just walked into
The hell dimension? No.
a hostile creature the size that completely dwarves the normal size chart of D&D.
Yeah.
Like a planetary scale.
Bit larger than that.
I'm thinking of a celestial,
God.
in the Marvel Universe type thing. Yeah, it's fine.
A Tarask made out of Tarasks would be smaller than this thing still.
Oh, we've killed a great dragon. How hard can this be?
Yeah.
What was it? It was bag of holding and portable hole.
Yep.
Take care of it.
So the thing is that technically that combo would teleport something into the astral plane of wherever you're at. But if you're fighting an entire realm sphere that includes its own astral plane, where would it go?
I don't know. A few feet to the left.
Probably, right?
Maybe.
I don't quite know how that combo would work in areas where there either isn't an astral sea or you're in the astral sea of that area. Kind of, it's a question to be answered for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll find an answer soon enough. I have confidence in us.
Just hit that legend lore. That should give us the answer, right?
Well,
Yeah,
I
but
hope you guys were interested in what was going on. A bit of an exposition session.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to as a new arc of this journey unfolds.
Yeah. You see how I tried to pit them against the necromancers? See that?
I gotta remember how to play a bard.
You see how I didn't mention that we sold the silver guys to the necromancers?
Let's just hope that doesn't come to bite us.
Nah, that'll be all right.
No, because what's going to happen is we're going to wind up taking out those necromancers. So
Yeah.
It's a
So,
good possibility.
so I'm 9th level. At 10th level, it just makes sense to take fireball, right?
Yeah.
at 10th level,
Yeah.
they should have been taken at 5th level.
Well, he doesn't
Not as a
normally have
bard.
access to.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I take what, like fireball and like counterspell?
Wait. You said you had 5th level slots, though.
Yeah, but Fireball
Yeah.
isn't normally on the Bard spell list.
Oh, okay.
It's a.
I
it's
have
a
to get it
secret.
through the magical secrets at 10th level.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I took magic initiate way back when for some reason, and I took guidance and produce flame from the druid thing, so.
What first level spell did you take?
Uh, I don't remember. Let me see. What did I take?
Oh, definitely something to finalize for next time.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Hopefully.